It is not just the wintry weather we are tracking with Winter Storm Hunter. We are also dealing with that rainy side. This is the same storm that impacted California with heavy rain, triggering those mudslides. And it's making its way across the country this week. Already, it's dropped 1 1/3 inches of heavy rain on Las Vegas, and that was enough to spark flooding there. As you can see, torrents of rain. And it'll bring that heavy rain to the East Coast by the end of the week. So many facets to this storm, and all have in common extreme impacts. The water vapor imagery shows very clearly that bowling ball of a low driving its way across parts of the West right now, and it is being helped along certainly by a very strong jet stream and that huge dip in it that lends itself to really begin to lift the air, producing those showers and even, yes, thunderstorms. As we get into the middle and later part of the week, there is that other side. There's going to be snow and ice, but tropical moisture going to be brought all the way up into the east and the northeast, so that, yes, we are talking about rain, and yes, we are talking about more snow. So you look at the current snow depth here and you say there's plenty to go around. That keeps that low level chill in a lot of places. So ice will be a big concern into the northeast as well, where you have that low level chill. So by tonight into tomorrow, rain developing across the Gulf Coast into Memphis. You can see Atlanta to Raleigh also seeing those showers even through Thursday night. And this is really where we get into big trouble Thursday night with those temperatures dropping. It is going to be a bad situation when it comes to the ice. And from a really big distance, from Mississippi all the way up into New York State, even by Friday night, that continues. And then, of course, on the backside, some of those areas that will be recovering from ice now getting dumped on with the snow. But as far as the rain, just looking through Friday, could be as much as 1 inch or 2 inches of rainfall. As you can see, there will be spots that translates into snowfall. But all the way up into the northeast, too, again, these are areas that saw the snow. So you add in that low-level chill. You add in some of that melting on top of what may be 1, 2, even 3 inches of rainfall. This will be a zone, Alex, that we'll have to watch for flooding as well.
Lots to track for sure, including those temperatures. Mild times out there for us. A lot of these spots were certainly dealing with the deep freeze last week. Raleigh was one of them, but we've started to warm things up. Yesterday's highs got up into the 60s. Today we'll be getting into that range as well. So warm conditions out there in and around Raleigh, and that's what's going to help fuel more rain than anything as this storm system makes its way towards the East Coast. Another location dealing with the warmth, that's Jacksonville. Remember last week we spent most of it in the 40s for highs. Well, look at what we've got here for the rest of this week. 70s, a bit above average before, well, we cool things back off for the weekend down into the lower 50s. So there is going to be some cold air eventually sliding back on in. So here's where we stand right now. We talked about Raleigh at 50, Atlanta approaching 60 with Little Rock sitting right at that 48-degree mark. That's one of the at least cooler spots on the map right now. Highs for the day across Florida should jump up into the 70s. By the time we get into tomorrow, we've got 65 showing up around Nashville. So again, a mild day there, nearing 70 in Jackson. But look what happens by Friday. Look at those blue shades really take over here across the Mississippi River Valley and then spread towards the south and the east. So by Saturday, ATL back down into the 30s, Nashville highs in the 20s there, with Raleigh right around 46 degrees. So a lot of these areas that have been enjoying some milder times here in Willow, at least over the next couple of days. By the weekend, the cold does take us back over. So there you have it. Atlanta, your average high is 52 degrees. We're looking for 60s. Showers coming in for Thursday and Friday, so looking a bit wet to end off the week. Then we drop down to more cold conditions for your Saturday and Sunday. Slight warm up for the early part of next week. But all in all, Maria, certainly going to be noticing some temperatures taking a bit of a dive.
Dramatic, to say the least. Alex, thank you. The system that brings us Winter Storm Hunter dumped heavy rain on Southern California, triggering deadly mudslides and dramatic rescues. Ahead on Weather Center Live, the latest on recovery efforts and the massive cleanup ahead.